In today's episode of When Things Don't Turn Out the Way I Planned. Good morning, friends. Welcome to my 5 a.m.-ish morning routine. I'm going to show you an average weekday morning and how we flow. Typically, I'm up somewhere between 5 a.m. and 5:45. Well, I only get up later than that if something goes terribly wrong the night before and I end up in bed especially late, which I realize happens somewhat regularly, come to think of it. Truth be told, my aim is always to be up at 5, but, well, this morning I was up at 5:25. Not too bad. I much prefer to be up before my kids, although I spent several years letting them wake me up. But I found that I'm just much more prepared for the day when I'm up ahead of them. That's just me. Going to bed on time each night is a promise to myself that I've been regularly breaking for quite some time now, to the point that I think I've lost trust in myself. But I'm not going to give up on me yet. I need to be consistent, and preparation is everything. I have to make every effort to bring my best self to this beautiful space called home. For the sake of the hearts and minds that are being nurtured here. Making sure I have enough time for work once we've completed school for the day is also essential. The earlier I start, the more time I'll have. So here I am. I get thrown off, now back on that horse. This morning, my oldest son was up 5 minutes after me, which never happens this early. I usually expect him up around 6:30. I hoped he would sit quietly with a book so others would keep sleeping. And he did. My exercise routine changes daily. But today I did 20 minutes of cardio followed by 15-minute yoga routine and stretching for an additional 10 minutes. I would have liked to do a little more of each, but everyone was up surprisingly early today, so I had to cut things short. On to breakfast. Most mornings we start with some fruit and a bowl of oatmeal. This keeps things simple and I don't have to think about what to make for breakfast. I'll typically switch things up on the weekend. Usually I put their bowls of oatmeal in the fridge to cool, and in the meantime the kids will get dressed. No one got dressed this morning. I asked them several times. They all said, "Okay, Mom," and then nothing happened. Does this just happen to me or to any other moms? Just one of those mornings. After breakfast, it's time for our morning walk. We like to get out and get some fresh air and sun in our eyes before jumping into the morning's work. It's really great for setting up a positive mood for the day. Now, it's time to jump into our work. All right, so this story comes out of Scotland. It's called Whoopity Story. Whoopity Story. Story.
It's hard to say whoopity.
I like to start off with language arts on Mondays. We can ease into things by getting cozy on the couch together and read from our literature selection for the week.
Have you ever heard of a place called Kittler Rumpet?
My older son is doing his reading on his own now, but he likes to sit together with us when I'm reading for his sister.
All poor wife was left with was her wee laddie brown.
Now for the math lessons. I'll do them one at a time. While one is with me, the other can work on their independent work for the day, writing book, piano practice, or they can help their younger brother with some of his work. Do some math manipulatives or sandpaper letters or a coloring sheet. That didn't happen today. My oldest, you'll notice, is reading a book despite having been set to start his work several times. Yeah, I'm feeling a little frustrated, but keeping my cool. We'll have a little chat soon enough. At 11, they usually get a break because I have a meeting. They can finish up what they're working on or play for a bit.
That was a race, Mama. That was a race.
I didn't cover that since my toddler started melting down and I needed to help him. Around 11:30, we are finishing up anything that requires my instruction. Or if we've finished all that work, they can complete their independent work or read out loud to me. Finally, here at lunchtime. The kids will organize the table to eat while I'm preparing the food. After lunch, they're free to play or do an art project or read, and I'll get to my work. By this time today, I was really feeling like I was not having the most successful day. Working together at home is not always the easiest. It requires being reasonably organized and disciplined and a healthy dash of patience. But it is totally worth the effort. There are always going to be days that don't work out the way we want them to, and that's okay. We just have to remember that we're all in this together. Be flexible and have an open heart in order to work with everyone's moods and desires. Do what you need to do without fighting the circumstances. We can either surf the wave or get crashed by it. That part is up to us, I guess. Okay, so thanks for joining me on my morning routine. I got my special little people back there banging on the door because they locked themselves out of their room. Now they're trying to break down the door, which is fun. If you enjoyed the video, we hope you give it a like. Please consider subscribing to our channel. We'd love to have you with us, and it would help us out a lot. We'll see you soon. Until next. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.